Dogs are amazing. They don't care how much money you make, what car you drive, or how many followers you have, but there are a few things they instantly love about you, and they're backed by science. From the way you smell, to how your voice sounds, to something totally surprising that researchers only recently discovered. This video is about to explain why your dog might be secretly obsessed with you. So if you've ever wondered why your dog stares at you like you're a superhero, keep watching. Let's jump into it. 1. Your natural scent. The first thing dogs instantly fall in love with? Your smell. But it's deeper than just, you smell nice. According to a study from Emory University, dogs process smell in a way that's directly tied to emotion. Scientists train dogs to lie still in MRI machines and scan their brains while exposing them to 5 different scents, including the scent of their owner. When dogs smelled the scent of the person they love the most, the reward center of their brain lit up like fireworks. Let that sink in. Your dog doesn't just recognize your scent, they feel joy when they smell it. That hoodie you left on the floor? That's not just dirty laundry, it's emotional comfort. It's home. Even crazier, dogs can smell your emotions. That's because humans release chemical changes in sweat and skin oils when they're sad, anxious, or happy. And dogs? They've got over 100 million scent receptors in their noses. You only have 6 million. So yeah, they know when you're in a bad mood. And when they nuzzle up to you when you're feeling low, it's not a coincidence. It's biology. And it's love. 2. Your eye contact. A lot of people say dogs don't like direct eye contact. And sure, with a strange or aggressive dog, that's true. But with a dog that trusts you, eye contact is one of the most powerful tools of connection. In fact, science says it's how dogs bond with humans on a chemical level. In 2015, researchers in Japan found that when dogs and their owners gazed into each other's eyes for a few minutes, both experienced a spike in oxytocin, aka the love hormone. That's the same hormone that bonds mothers to babies. It means your dog literally feels love when they stare into your eyes. But it gets better. This feedback loop is unique to humans and dogs. Even wolves raised by humans don't show this oxytocin spike from eye contact. It's a bond that developed over thousands of years of coevolution. Dogs literally evolved to look into human eyes for emotional connection. So the next time your dog sits and gazes at you, don't look away. They're not begging for treats. They're giving you a silent, I love you. 3. Your voice, especially that baby talk voice. Yes, it's true. Your dog loves it when you talk to them in that silly, high-pitched baby voice. And no, it's not cringe. It's actually science. A 2018 study published in Animal Cognition tested how dogs responded to different speaking styles. Researchers had people talk to dogs using either adult-directed speech, hey there, good dog, or infant-directed speech, who's a good boy? Yes, you are. The results? Dogs overwhelmingly preferred the baby talk voice. Not only did they respond more, but they paid more attention and were more engaged. Why? That tone mimics the way dogs naturally communicate excitement, affection, and play. High-pitched tones signal friendliness. Lower, flat tones can sound threatening or disinterested, but here's where it gets wild. Dogs also respond more to words they've learned through emotional repetition. So if you always say walk or treat with a happy tone, your dog isn't just understanding the word, they're connecting it with your emotion. Your dog doesn't just hear your voice, they feel it. And when they tilt their head when you talk, that's not confusion, it's focus. They're trying to figure out your mood, what you want, and how they can make you happy. 4. Your consistency. This one is more subtle, but it might be the most important. Dogs are obsessed with people who are predictable. That doesn't mean boring, it means reliable. Dogs love when you feed them around the same time, walk them on a regular schedule, and react the same way to their behavior. Why? Because dogs are creatures of habit and consistency makes them feel safe. In dog psychology, this is known as environmental stability. When dogs can predict their routine and understand your reactions, it lowers their anxiety. That's why they get excited when you put on your shoes at 7 a.m. They know it's walk time. That's not just excitement, it's trust. But it goes even deeper. Consistency builds a dog's attachment security. Just like children develop emotional health from dependable caregivers, dogs develop trust and love through stable, responsive humans. Dogs don't love chaos, they love the people who make the world make sense. So if you want to deepen your dog's love for you, don't just give treats. Be consistent with your time, your tone, and your touch. It's one of the biggest hidden keys to a dog's heart. 5. Your shared experiences. This one often gets overlooked, but it's a secret sauce for next level bonding. Dogs fall in love with people who share experiences with them, whether it's going on hikes, playing tug of war in the yard, or even just sitting next to you during movie night. Dogs form emotional bonds through joint attention and shared emotion. Here's how it works. When two beings focus on the same activity together and both feel emotionally engaged, it triggers stronger neurological bonding. This is called mutual engagement. And it's seen in everything from parent-child bonding to friendship. And yes, even with dogs. That's why your dog seems happier after a walk with you than when a dog walker takes them. It's not just the activity, it's the shared moment. The more of these mini adventures you create, the more deeply your dog will bond to you. They'll associate you with joy, movement, and discovery. Even little things matter, like teaching them a new trick. Training is not just obedience, it's a form of mental stimulation and cooperative play. The best part? Dogs have incredible episodic memory. They might not remember what happened last Tuesday, but they do remember emotional highs. Like that time you ran through the park or let them splash in puddles. Those moments get stored, and over time, they build a memory bank of love. 6. Your face. Especially when you smile. This might sound wild, but your dog loves your face, especially when you're smiling. Scientists once believed only humans could understand facial expressions, but a study in the journal Learning and Behavior revealed that dogs are incredibly good at reading human faces, even more than our closest relatives like chimpanzees. Here's what's fascinating. Dogs not only recognize individual human faces, but they also know what a happy face means. In one experiment, dogs were shown pictures of people with either happy or angry expressions. They consistently responded more positively to happy faces, tail wags, relaxed posture, even an eagerness to approach. Dogs are emotionally tuned into us, and smiling? That's like flipping on a happiness signal they can instantly understand. Even more incredible, MRI scans show that the part of the dog's brain that processes faces, called the temporal cortex, activates when they see familiar human faces. That means they don't just know a person is smiling. They know you are. So, yes, when you smile at your dog, they see it and they feel the warmth of it. It's a quiet connection, one that goes far beyond words. 7. Your calm energy. Ever noticed how your dog acts differently around calm people versus loud, intense ones? That's no accident. Dogs are highly sensitive to human energy levels and emotional states. In fact, dogs evolved this skill over thousands of years of living beside us. According to behaviorists, dogs have an ability called emotional contagion. It means they tend to mirror, the emotional energy of the people they're closest to, and especially their primary caregiver. So when you're calm, collected, and emotionally steady, your dog feels safe. Their body relaxes. Their breathing slows. Their tail might even wag in that lazy, content way. But when you're stressed, yelling, or moving frantically, they pick up on that too. and their cortisol levels can rise. That's the stress hormone, and it shows up in everything from pacing to whining to hiding. That's why dogs naturally gravitate toward people with peaceful energy. Your dog doesn't care about how confident you act. They care about how stable and gentle you feel. They don't love chaos. They love your calm. 8. Your playfulness. One of the fastest ways to a dog's heart? Play. Not training, not discipline, just pure, silly, let loose play. Dogs, like humans, use play to build relationships. But here's the twist. Adult dogs retain puppy-like play behaviors into adulthood. This is called neoteny, and it's one of the reasons dogs are so uniquely bonded to humans. It's a trait we've unintentionally bred into them over time. So when you throw a ball, wrestle on the floor, or just make goofy sounds and movements, your dog doesn't see immaturity. They see joy. According to Dr. Mark Bekoff, a canine behaviorist and author, play isn't just about exercise. It's a form of communication that says, I trust you. I'm safe with you. Let's connect. Dogs instinctively love people who know how to speak play. They're drawn to laughter, bouncy energy, silly movements, and the kind of unpredictable fun that makes them feel like puppies again. Want your dog to love you even more? Let your inner kid come out. 9. Your generosity. With touch is one of the most primal ways to bond with a dog. And your dog knows the difference between a rushed pat and a loving stroke. According to research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science, dogs prefer petting over verbal praise. In fact, in tests where dogs had to choose between hearing praise and being gently stroked, the dogs consistently chose touch. But not all touch is equal. Dogs especially love soft strokes behind the ears, gentle rubs on the chest, and long, calming strokes down the back. When done right, touch can lower a dog's heart rate, reduce stress hormones, and boost dopamine, the feel-good chemical in the brain. Even more powerful, regular affectionate touch strengthens your dog's emotional resilience. That means they bounce back from stressful events more easily if they're in a home where affectionate touch is part of daily life. So if your dog leans into your leg or nudges your hand, it's not just for attention. They crave your touch like we crave a warm hug on a hard day. 10. Your unique bond. Finally, there's something that no science lab can fully explain, the unique emotional fingerprint you share with your dog. Dogs don't just love humans, they love you, with all your quirks, habits, routines, and flaws. Maybe you sing to your dog when no one's around, maybe you have a special way of preparing their meals, or a secret nickname only they respond to. These things aren't trivial, they're rituals of love. Animal behaviorist Clive Wynne says dogs are among the only animals who form hypersocial attachments to individuals across species. They don't just bond, they obsess in the healthiest way possible. That's why your dog can recognize your footsteps from across the house. Why they wait by the door for you, even if someone else is home. Why they know the difference between a stranger scratching their ears and you doing it. They are emotionally wired to fall in love with a person. And when they choose you, it's for life. So yes, there are dozens of things your dog instantly loves about you, but the most powerful one, you're theirs. Dogs don't just love you for who you are, they love you for how you feel. A 2020 study from Sweden showed that dogs actually synchronize their stress levels with their owners. If you're anxious or unhappy for a long period, your dog is more likely to show signs of stress or even develop anxiety-related behaviors. In other words, your emotional well-being directly affects theirs. That's why calm, loving, emotionally balanced people tend to have more relaxed, happier dogs. It's not magic. It's emotional osmosis. So, one of the best things you can do for your dog, take care of your own mental health. When you're thriving, they thrive too. If you learned something new about your dog today, hit that like button and If you've got a pup who shows you love in weird little ways, drop a comment with their name and the cutest thing they do. Let's fill the comments with dog love. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed insights into the pets we can't live without. See you in the next one.